Good morning, students. I welcome you all to the English class. So, in today's video, we are going to learn about what is idiom and phrase. What is an idiom and phrase? You can find this topic in Unit 3. Okay, students. Idioms and phrases. If you take any language, in all the languages, there are scores of idioms and phrases. Idioms always give us indirect meaning. Okay, so let us have a detailed look about the topic idiom and phrases. Let us learn one by one. First, what is an idiom? So, as I told you just now, in all the language there are plenty of idioms and phrases. If you take English language, it is a fascinating language. Okay, it is an attractive language. It is colorful and full of expressions. So in English also there are plenty of idioms and phrases. So it is important for us to understand the concept and correct use of idioms and phrases. Okay, idioms are a collection of words or of phrases which have a figurative meaning that is generally well established and known. So these words can't be taken at their literal meanings since they would sound farcical. Okay, so let us discuss what is given in our textbook for an idiom. Okay, idioms are groups of words put together as a unit with a particular meaning. The meaning of the word is not literal. Okay, idioms are groups of words. Okay, first of all, it is a group of words. Those words put together as a unit, as a part with a particular meaning. Okay, so there is a specific meaning for an idiom. The meaning of the word, okay, if you take an idiom, the meaning of the idiom is not literal. Okay, literal, what is literal actually? Literal means being the basic and the usual meaning. Okay, normally if you take a word and you can get the meaning, that is literal meaning. But here the meaning of an idiom is not literal. Okay, if you try to know the meaning of a particular idiom, then the meaning, if you just try to understand the meanings word by word, then the meaning will be wrong. Okay, so that I tell you, the meaning of the word is not literal. தமிழ்ல சொல்லணும் அப்படின்னா ஒரு இடியமோட மீனிங்கை நீங்க அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னா அதுக்கு அதில் யூஸ் பண்ணியிருக்கிற வேர்ட்ஸை வந்து மட்டும் பார்த்து அதுக்குரிய மீனிங் எடுக்க ட்ரை பண்ணீங்கன்னா, ஓகே, இஃப் யூ ட்ரை டு அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் த மீனிங் just by looking at the words, just by seeing the words given there, then you will understand the meaning of that idiom in a wrong way. அத மாதிரி கொடுத்திருக்கிற வேர்ட்ஸை மட்டும் எடுத்து மீனிங் எடுக்க ட்ரை பண்ணீங்கன்னா நீங்க தப்பா மீனிங் புரிஞ்சுக்கிடுவீங்க. ஏன்னா ஒரு இடியமோட மீனிங் வந்து லிட்ரலா இருக்காது. ஓகே, டேக் ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள், இஃப் யூ டேக் அ வேர்ட் டேக் அப்படின்னு எடுத்துக்கோங்க, கிவ் அப்படின்னு ஒரு வேர்ட் எடுத்துக்கோங்க. அப்போ கிவ்வுக்கு என்ன அர்த்தம் அப்படிங்கிறது உங்களுக்கு தெரியும். யூ ஆல் நோ த மீனிங் ஆஃப் த வேர்ட் கிவ். ஆனால் ஒரு இடியமில் கிவ் அப்படின்னு கொடுத்துருந்தா அங்கே ஓகே கிவோ அல்லது வேற சம் அதர் வேர்ட்ஸ் லைக் டெய்லு, புக்கு, கேட்டு, பிளஷர், இது மாதிரி ஸோ மெனி வேர்ட்ஸுக்கு அங்கே யூஸ் பண்ணப்பட்டிருக்கும். அந்த இடியம்ஸோட வேர்டோட மீனிங்கை நீங்கள் லிட்ரலாக எடுக்க, இப்படி கிவ்னா என்ன அப்படின்னு நம்ம நார்மலாக எடுக்கிறோமோ அது மாதிரி எடுக்க ட்ரை பண்ணிங்கன்னா தென் த மீனிங் வில் பி ராங். அதை தான் இங்கே சொல்கிறாங்க, the meaning of the word is not literal. Okay, that is what we call idiom. For example, if one says that the cat is out of the bag, this is an example for an idiom. இது ஒரு idiomக்கான ஒரு example. The cat is out of the bag. சரியா, cat வந்து பேக் விட்டு வெளியில் இருக்கு அப்படின்னு நீங்கள் if you take literally, Okay, if you try to take the meaning for this sentence and the idiom which is used in the sentence, then the meaning will be wrong. Okay, you will understand the meaning in a wrong way. The cat is out of the word gives a kind of different meaning. Okay, not the literal meaning. ஒரு கேட் ஒரு பூனை வந்து பேக்கை விட்டு வெளியில இருக்கு அப்படின்னு தான் இதுக்கு நேரடியா மீனிங் இருக்கிறது. அதுதான் லிட்ரல் மீனிங். அப்படி மீனிங் எடுத்தீங்கன்னா that is not good. Okay, that is wrong. But what is actually the meaning here for the sentence the cat is out of bag? Okay, that means it has a figurative meaning. It has a figurative, which means the secret is out. Okay, so what is the meaning of the sentence the cat is out of the bag? The secret is out. The secret has been leaked. Okay, ரகசியம் வந்து வெளியில கசிஞ்சிருச்சு. Okay, you want the secret that it should not be revealed. நீங்க விரும்புறீங்க அந்த ரகசியத்தை யாரும் தெரிஞ்சுக்க கூடாதுன்னு நினைக்கிறீங்க, but that is leaked. That is the actual meaning of the idiom out of the bag. That is the actual meaning of the word out of the bag. Here out of the bag is an idiom. Okay, so நீங்க outனா அதுக்கு நேரடியான மீனிங், பேக்குக்கு நேரடியான மீனிங், literal meaning எடுத்தீங்கன்னா then you will understand the meaning of the idiom or meaning of the sentence in a wrong way. சரியா? Because here it is used an idiom. இங்க ஒரு idiom யூஸ் பண்ணப்பட்டிருக்குது. அந்த idiom எப்பயுமே வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா figurative meaning இருக்கும். Okay, you cannot get the meaning directly. Not direct meaning. நேரடியான அர்த்தம் எடுக்க முடியாது. The meaning will be hidden. மறைஞ்சிருக்கும். Okay, so you should know the uses of the particular idiom. Only you can understand the meaning of the idiom or you can understand the sentence properly. So okay, that is the beauty of idiom. அதுதான் the idiom உடைய beauty. Okay, let us see next. That's why the meaning of idioms cannot be assumed based on the individual meaning of the words, but by studying words as a unit. Okay, so அதனால தான் நீங்க நேரடியா நீங்க மீனிங் எடுக்க முடியாது. You cannot assume. Okay, the meaning of the idioms cannot be assumed, cannot be thought or cannot be taken based on the individual meaning. Word by word யூஸ் பண்ணிருக்கிற word by word நீங்க மீனிங் எடுத்தீங்கன்னா okay, the meaning will be wrong அப்படின்னு சொல்றாங்க. Okay, let us see some other examples for idioms. Okay, examples. Lalita takes a late night walk in the beach once in a blue moon. Here I have given one sentence. What is that? Lalita takes a late night walk in the beach once in a blue moon. Here I have written something in yellow color, that is once in a blue moon. Once in a blue moon. That is the idiom used here. What does it mean actually in the above sentence? Once in a moon, once in a blue moon means is an idiom which means an event that happens rarely. ரேரா நடக்கிற ஒரு ஈவெண்ட். நீங்க வந்து ஒன்ஸ்னா அதுக்கு என்ன மீனிங், டைரக்ட் மீனிங், ப்ளூனா டைரக்ட் மீனிங் என்ன, மூணுனா நமக்கு தெரியும். இப்படி வேர்ட் பை வேர்டா இஃப் யூ டேக் டைரக்ட் மீனிங் தென் the meaning of this idiom will be wrong. That's why I told you an idiom has a figurative meaning. அதனால தான் சொன்னேன் ஒரு idiomக்கு ஒரு figurative meaning இருக்குது. We cannot take the meaning directly. Once in a blue moon னா இதுக்கு direct meaning எடுத்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா and Lalita takes a late night walk in the beach once in a blue moon னா அதுக்கு மீனிங் வேற மாதிரி ஆகும். ஓகே, லேட் நைட் வாக் வந்து பீச்சில் லலிதா எடுத்துக்கிறா ப்ளூ மூன் டைமில் அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி மீனிங் எடுக்க முடியும். அப்படி எடுத்தால் the meaning will be totally wrong. So once in a blue moon means an event that happens rarely. Okay, let us see one more example also. The women cricketers were on the ball in their last over of the match. Here I have written something in yellow color. On the ball. On the ball is an idiom which means when someone understands the situations well. Okay, so the women cricketers understood the situations of their last over of the match. That is the meaning on the ball. Okay, பால்ல இருந்தாங்க அப்படிங்கிற அர்த்தம் கிடையாது. விமன் கிரிக்கெட்டர்ஸ் எல்லாம் பால்ல உட்காந்துருந்தாங்க அப்படிங்கிற அர்த்தம் கிடையாது. பால் மேல இருந்தாங்க அப்படிங்கிற மீனிங் that does not mean like that. What is the actual meaning? So the women cricketers understood the seriousness of the last over of the match. That is the meaning. Okay, so students, that is the beauty of idioms and its use and their usage uses. Okay, so you should be very familiar with the meaning of idioms and phrases. For that, you should know a number of idioms and phrases and their meanings. Only it is possible for you to know. So once you understand, once you start using so many idioms and phrases in your speech or in your written in your writing, then you will definitely enjoy the language. Okay, you will enjoy learning the language. So idioms will definitely help us to read further. Okay, to read further idioms படிக்கிறோம் அப்படின்னா அது இன்னும் நம்ம மேலும் மேலும் more and more it will kindle our interest to read more, to write more, to write further. Okay. Okay, students, let us see next phrases. What are phrases? Okay, already you know a phrase is a group of words, is a small group of words. They are also put together as a conceptual unit based on the reason. Okay, conceptual unit, it does not take a figurative meaning. Okay, idiom வந்து it has a figurative meaning அப்படின்னு சொன்னேன், but a phrase does not take a figurative meaning. You can take a phrase directly. You can take the meaning of a phrase directly. அதான் it does not take a figurative meaning அர்த்தம். ஒரு phrase ஓட மீனிங்கை நீங்க டைரக்டா எடுத்துக்கலாம். அது உள்ள just seeing the word, just seeing the words. The meaning of the word is literal. இங்க லிட்ரலா தான் இருக்குது. ஒரு phrase வந்து நீங்க idiom எடுத்துக்கிட்ட மாதிரி அதுக்கு the meaning is hidden. So what is the actual meaning? So you need not think like this for a phrase. You can take the meaning literally. Okay, it can be long or short, but it does not include the subject verb pairing necessary to make a ஒரு phrase லாங்கா இருக்கலாம் ஷார்ட் ஆகலாம், but it does not include. So in a phrase you cannot see a subject and verb, subject and verb, because subject and verb pair is very necessary to make a class. Okay, if you want to make a sentence, then there are two things. One important pair is very important. What is that important pair? Subject verb pair. So we must need a subject verb pair in a class or in a sentence, then only it can be a fulfilled sentence or a fulfilled class. Likewise, for a phrase, in a phrase you cannot see a subject verb pair. For example, looking stunning, there is no subject, there is no verb. Here there is a verb, but it is in ing form. It is in present participle form, not in the correct form. To live, it is in infinitive form. And breathe, it is in bare infinitive form. Comfortable bed, here there is no verb, there is no subject. Okay, likewise in a phrase you cannot see subject verb pair. Okay, so conceptual means based on ideas. Figurative an idea used in a way that is different from the usual meaning. That's figurative. Not figurative. Here does not take a figurative meaning. A phrase does not take a figurative. அதுக்கு நேரடியா நீங்க மீனிங் எடுத்துக்கலாம். phrase-க்கு நேரடியாவே. இப்போ looking stunning னா அதுக்கு நேரடியா மீனிங். To live னா வாழ்றது அப்படிங்கிற அர்த்தம் தான். To live and breathe. வாழ்றதுக்கு மூச்சு விடுறதுக்கு அந்த மாதிரி சுவாசிக்கிறதுக்கு அதான் அர்த்தம். Comfortable bed னா நல்ல வசதியான ஒரு படுக்கை, comfortable bed. That is the direct meaning. In a phrase you can take direct meaning. So here you can see some examples for phrase. Next week, Prashant has planned to visit the countryside. In the above sentence, to visit the countryside is a phrase. Okay, countryside visit பண்ணனும் அப்படிங்கிற area, rural areas, is a conceptual meaning of going on a visit to the countryside. Okay, so countryside visit பண்ணுங்கிற மீனிங்ல சொல்லப்பட்டிருக்குது. The child hid under the stairs when the mother called her for bath. In the above sentence, under the stairs is a phrase. Okay, so the child வந்து ஒளிஞ்சிக்கிட்டு இருந்தது under the stairs. So இங்க நேரடியான மீனிங் தான். You can take direct meaning. Okay, so that is what we call phrase. So in a phrase you can take direct meaning, but in an idiom you cannot take a direct meaning. It has a figurative meaning. Okay, next we have to learn about what is that phrasal verb. That is also another topic associated with this idioms and phrases. Okay, let us see what is a phrasal verb. A phrasal verb is an idiomatic phrase consisting of a verb and another element, typically an adverb or a preposition or both, the meaning of which is different from the meaning of its separate parts. Okay, so இதுவும் அதே மாதிரி தான். It is also functioning. A phrasal verb is also functioning like an idiomatic phrase, like an idiom. Or idiom எப்படி, if you as you cannot take direct meaning, if you take direct meaning, the meaning will be wrong in an idiom. That is what we call idiom. Likewise, in a phrasal verb also, you cannot take direct meaning. If you take direct meaning, then the meaning will be wrong. Okay, in a phrasal verb, there will be two elements. One is verb and another element. The other element may be an adverb or a preposition or both sometimes. Okay, let me explain what is a preposition for giving you an example. The crew ran out of water and food before they could complete their expedition. Okay, இப்போ here I have used one idiom. What is that? Sorry, phrasal. What is that? Ran out. இங்க பாத்தீங்கன்னா ran is a verb. அதான் சொன்னேன், ஒரு verb plus another element can be an adverb or a preposition. இங்க out. Okay, it's a preposition. Okay, so ran out, it's a phrasal verb. In the above sentence, ran out is a verb which means to use completely. Ran na enna artham namakku? What is the normal meaning? What is the literal meaning? Running na ஓடுறது. run oda past tense is ran. Out na velila ஓடுனாங்கன்னு தான் அர்த்தம். The crew, okay, the 6 women crew ran out of water. தண்ணியை விட்டு வெளில ஓடாங்கன்னு அர்த்தம். If you take direct meaning likewise. Okay, if you take direct meaning, you just seeing the words, okay, and the words பார்த்தா அதுக்குரிய மீனிங் எடுத்தா இப்படி தான் இருக்கும். But if you take like that, the meaning will be wrong. What does it actually mean here in this sentence? The crew ran out of water. That means to use completely. The crew used completely. Okay, to use completely. What they used completely? Water and food. That is a meaning. Okay. So water they used, the crew ran out of water and food because they have used water and food everything. That means there is no water and food with them. அவங்க கிட்ட வாட்டரும் ஃபுட் இல்லைங்கிறதா அர்த்தம். Okay, so in this way you should take the actual meaning of the phrasal verb. So each and every phrasal verb has its own meaning. It is like a idiom. It is like an idiomatic phrase. It has a meaning like a figurative meaning. Okay, see another one example also. The police personnel instructed the mob to go away from the police during the strike. Go na போறது. Okay, away na அப்பால தூரத்துல அப்படிங்கிற meaning. If you take like that, the meaning will be wrong. What is it? What does the phrase of go away actually mean here? Go away means to leave from the place. So okay, அந்த இடத்தை விட்டு காலி பண்ணுங்கிற அர்த்தம். Okay, that is the meaning of actual meaning of the phrasal verb go away. Okay students, this is what we call phrasal verb. I hope you could have understood the topics idioms, phrases and phrasal verbs. All these topics you can find all these things in unit 3. So at your free time, go to a textbook, refer to a textbook and see and study further all these topics. Thank you. Let us see the rest of the topics in the other videos. Thank you.